Dad, take us out, baby. Let's go, baby. You excited, man?
Let's do it, man.
High five.
Boom. I love it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of What's Cookin' with the McLemore Boys. This is really exciting. I'm your host, John Boy. We got our co-host, Big John, and the big man, Dave Johnston from Kinder's here, head pitmaster. Guys, this is really exciting. We are on our tour for America 250. This is Grilling Across America for America's 250. This is tour stop number 3. We had a really fun tour stop 1 and 2. Going from Camp Margaritaville in Almerdale, Florida, over to Tampa for the RV Super Show. We're back here in Lakeland, Florida for the 2026 Pig Fest. Did I say that right? Is it Pig Fest? This is a barbecue competition, correct?
You nailed it.
We nailed it. We're hanging out with Kinder's here today, which is really cool. They were very gracious in allowing us to take over their hospitality section at your barbecue pit area. We've got, literally, you can't see it, right off the camera here on camera left, we've got the big Kinder pit. What is that, by the way?
That's a Southern Pride.
Southern Pride.
Yeah, big old gas assist rotisserie pit. So
what's really cool about this is what you're going to see behind us, guys, is the action. This thing kicks up here in a couple of hours, so the crowd's coming in a bit, but they're prepping for all the fans coming through, eating some food. This thing starts at 5 tonight.
5 o'clock, going all the way to 10 o'clock. So
all the way to 10 o'clock.
And it's something tells me it'll go beyond 10 o'clock.
A little bit.
Okay. And it's an all-day thing for Friday, Saturday, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it's going to be good. It's got a lot of food. This is Tour Stop 3 at Pig Fest. This is the 29th annual. It was started in 1997. Did I say that correct?
Sounds good math to me.
Sounds good math.
Like golf math.
They did tell us. We talked to their team earlier. They are a nonprofit whose goal is to connect people, celebrate world-class barbecue, and give back to our community. We're going to talk a little bit about that in our High Five for Good moment, about some of the community efforts and charities that they work with. To date, they have actually donated or contributed a lot of money to local charities, recognized nationally as one of the best KCBS barbecue events here in the country. I know that we've been coming here for a couple of years. Last year was really fun because we came up here just to shoot content. We're friends with all the pitmasters, and it was pretty wild to see the growth at this event and to see all the vendors coming up. So we're hanging out with Kinder's today. It's going to be really fun. So we're going to jump in. Who's at the table? We got Dave Johnston with Kinder's, head pitmaster. I want to ask you a quick question because I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
And you're kind of like us. You're not technically a chef, although we will get introduced as chefs, and we're real quick to say, look, we've never put the hat on, we've never been through culinary classes.
Right.
We're just your everyday backyard pitmaster, right? And that's kind of echoed same for you, right?
Exactly. No culinary school, man. I know too many chefs who are way too talented for me to ever adopt that moniker.
Yeah.
So I say pitmaster, and a pretty all right cook.
Yeah. Pretty all right cook.
Pretty all right.
I've had your ribs, bro.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's a really good dresser. We might just have something that we're going to show you guys about what this guy really wears. I was like, are you going to wear it for the podcast? He said, no, I'm going to save it.
I had heard a story that Taylor Swift actually complimented you on your dress.
She did. We were doing a tight end U with George Kittle and all those guys. So Travis Kelce, one of the founders there as well.
Yeah.
And we were at the reception. And they come walking in, the whole world stops. There she is, and everyone kind of is looking that way. And a little bit later in the evening, I'm kind of making my rounds and everything. And I'm in the vicinity, and she says, hey, I just got to say, I love that suit.
Bro.
And, man, when I tell you, I was like gasped, It was pretty cool. So we got to talk a little bit about it. And,
are you a Swiftie?
Yeah, I am now. I am now. I know a few of her songs, and I know a lot more now. So
that's awesome.
Dad, we were doing Super Bowl for Fox a couple years ago, and I think the Chiefs were playing the Eagles or somebody. It's a couple years. It's 2 years ago maybe. And on Fox, they I think Pete maybe Hexeth or Will was like, "Hey, are you a Swiftie?" And Dad was like, "I'm a Swiftie." The internet blew him up. Lost it.
Yeah. I do love her songs.
Are you gonna sing one for us, maybe?
Yeah.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Hey, I like Swiftie. I like Swiftie. Shout out to Peyton on our team. She's a big Swiftie.
She's a Swiftie.
So that's pretty cool. I was gonna ask you, have you ever been shell shocked by a celebrity? I know you've cooked for a lot of cool people. Was that the moment that you're like, I don't know what to say?
No, I mean, it was pretty cool because, she had initiated the conversation. It was just about the suit. We talked a little bit. But, it was just kind of a quick moment.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
kind of in the moment.
Right.
You know, so it was
Not
pretty
time
cool.
to be shell shocked.
No, you know, I've never really met anyone where I've just really been blown away.
Yeah.
You know, but
So, real quick on that, because Tight End U, can you talk a little bit about that? Like, that's pretty cool that Kinder sponsors Tight End U, correct?
it was really cool, man. We were at a conference, and George Kittle was there on behalf of Travis Kelce. He was supposed to be doing an activation. And all of a sudden they said, hey, you know, his security's a little too much, blah, blah. Kittle comes in, and he gets there, and George is sponsored by Bud Light.
Okay.
Well, this was a Kingsford/Miller Lite activation.
Oh, no.
And he wasn't really,
Don't
didn't know
you
about
just
that.
love that?
So, you know, he did his thing. He's a true professional, man, great guy. And then every chance he got a little breather, we were pretty close by.
Yeah.
And so he'd come over, was eating all our food, and his agent, who I've worked with in a couple past events, hey, man, George is eating your food a lot, man. You should come meet him.
Yeah.
And so we go out, we're talking. My CEO starts talking to him. And a week or two later, we get the call saying, hey, George wants you guys to do all the cooking for Tight End U this year.
Wow.
I played tight end in high school and everything, so I'm like,
it.
we're there.
You're
We're
like
there.
7 foot tall.
A little shorter than that, but not too far off. Yeah. So, man, it was an incredible event.
Yeah.
Going out there, getting to hang out with all these guys, and tight ends especially, man. They're just good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like almost the hockey players of the football position.
That's
I feel
such a
like, you know?
great explanation
is.
of a tight end mindset.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So to that point, Dave, the one thing that people ask us, what do you love about what you do? Because it is very hard work. I mean, there's a lot that goes into what we do, a lot behind the scenes, and we do what we do because we meet amazing people along the way on our journey, like you,
Yep.
like the folks at Kinder's, and it puts us all together. Food brings people together, but what's good about y'all's story is food brings people together. Y'all's food kept them wanting to come back.
Exactly.
That's when you know you're a pitmaster.
Flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Flavor
And
wins,
that's-
baby.
And that's what Kinder's is all about. You know, we're not necessarily a barbecue brand.
Yep.
We just like to consider ourselves a flavor company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and if you hear the band in the background, man, they're starting
Sound
what do you
checks.
call it? Sound check. So that's gonna be really fun. We got the music jumping up here in a little bit, guys.
Let's go, baby!
There we go.
Here
We're
we
gonna-
go. Hey, and what's cool is you're actively cooking, right?
Oh yeah, we got to check these ribs right here.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Those are looking good, Hunter.
Oh, baby!
Straight up
All right.
brought it on.
Get that little sprinkle and we'll cut those up.
Look at that right there.
I want one.
Yep.
Look at that.
So what's cool?
Oh, there's a barbecue competition going on.
What's cool is earlier we got some B-roll of this too. We're going to be showing some pictures of Tight End U and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But we did a low country boil
Yeah, we did.
for lunch.
We started the barbecue competition with some seafood, you know, just to set the tone and everything. We got enough time
Yeah.
to eat all the brisket, all the ribs and everything. So
Yeah.
a little seafood boil with some of our products there.
Yeah. What I
Had a good
love is
time.
they told us they weren't doing sound check until 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kicked it up at 3:30.
Well, we started our podcast a little earlier too. So, hey, real quick, John a while ago ate like 4 pounds of shrimp. Quick QVC story. He's like 15 years old. I'm at QVC, and when we get through cooking all of our food, we wheel it into the warehouse, tearing down. I had cooked 10 pounds of crab legs. I go back in the warehouse. John's laying on the floor with a stomach ache. I was like, "What'd you do?" He said, "I ate all 10 pounds of crab legs."
Man, that's a
I
bad
was
case
like-
of itis right there.
I was like 13 at QVC and had to fly home with a stomach ache. Yeah. Well, here's a cool question, man. What brought you to Kinder's? Because I think you had kind of started the story out that you were working in their restaurant, right?
Yeah, it was real organic, man. When I was in high school, I couldn't even cook you a bowl of cereal. Like, I was not, culinary inclined at all.
I've never heard
dude.
that. That's good.
I mean, dude.
The microwave didn't do the cereal justice.
Nah, man, it was toasters, microwaves, none of that. I stay clear of it all. I was actually on a trip to Jamaica with my mother, and I was on a beach doing Jamaican things, and we ended up at a jerk chicken shack.
Yep.
Eating that, and I'm like, man, this is so good. So I brought a bunch of the seasonings and spices home, knowing I can't cook, but whatever. And I was in college at the time, and we started, cooking the jerk chicken out on the little Weber we had.
Yeah.
People liked it. It was a fun way to spend the day. Then next thing you know, we're cooking tri-tip, our
Yep.
West Coast classic. And it kind of kept developing. I was like, man, I really like this. And people seem to really dig the food. Like you noted earlier, it's very communal barbecue. And so it just kind of one thing became another. And I was like, hey, we got Kinder's restaurants that started in the Bay Area where I'm from. And I said, I'm going to go work for these guys, see what I can kind of pick up from them. And my original goal was to do competition barbecue.
Yep.
And things at the restaurant went good. I basically got to a point where, okay, I've done kind of what I need to here. And then I called up my contact over at corporate office and came to work for them.
Okay.
Started doing all their road shows. And so it was really, a great thing where I just found a hobby that became a passion, passion that became a career, started doing all the events. And I've been very blessed to be doing this now for 12 years.
So, great segue. Dad, what's the perfect job?
The perfect job is...
You want to ask him?
Yeah, so what is the perfect job? It's an interview question.
Trouble on that one.
What's the perfect job?
Perfect job.
I like my job because I get to have fun. It doesn't really feel like work. They just send me the paycheck every 2 weeks. I get to travel, meet people, do stuff like this.
Yeah.
That is the greatest answer I've ever heard, because the perfect job is the job you love to do so much you'd be willing to do it for free, but you do it so freaking well, they pay you.
I did it for free for a long time. I did it for minimum wage for a little while, and now we're doing all right.
Yeah. Dad and I's first 2 years of the McLemore Boys, we did not cut ourselves a paycheck. So I fully understand the freeness.
Build the brand.
But no, man, you got to love doing it.
Absolutely.
Also, what I heard you say, Dave, is you turned a passion into a career. That is way better than turning a career into a passion. When you do something because you love doing it, it is just so much better. So I love hearing that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask real quick, because Kinder's has been killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say that level of explosion of success has been attributed to? Is it, something you can talk to? Obviously, we won't give out all the secrets, but
no. We were doing real well. I likened it to we were a plane taking off for a lot of years.
Because real quick, you mentioned that you've been there 12 years.
Yeah. So
because you've been there since kind of the early days.
Pretty early days as far as, most people know us now.
Right.
We've had some of our OGs, my CEO, our original chef. Those guys have been around 20 plus years.
Okay.
They were the really ones to start the brand. Kinder started as a butcher shop.
Okay.
And, they started doing sandwiches and everything. My CEO, our original chef, they tried to franchise. And when that didn't really go well, they pivoted into retail, and that's where that all started back 2008 or something. So I came around 2013 at one of the restaurants, did my thing there. 2015, came to work for corporate.
Okay.
And it's just been a hell of a run. We were doing real well. 2020 hits, man, and
COVID.
Yeah, we were very fortunate. We were in the right place at the right time, where certain brands were not being allowed into certain stores. And so we had the ability to fulfill their orders, but we were small enough to, be able to pivot, do whatever they needed. And, man, it really 2020 with the pandemic, everything started going crazy. Plus, you had everyone cooking at home,
Yeah.
So people were looking for something new on the spice aisle.
Yeah.
And that's something we've always tried to do and really pride ourselves on, is bringing new flavors or things. It was kind of a tired category for a while.
Sure.
You had your same old, and we just really wanted to kind of disrupt some of that. And it's worked out real well.
Well, I will say this: when we were kind of workshopping our rub, because McLemore Boys we have 2 rubs, and we're working on a sauce, and that for us is just a fun play. It's a branding play. We love our own product, but that's not really what we're here for, right? We love working with brands that do that really well. And when we were going through that branding strategy, I'm not kidding you, we aren't paid to say this. I'm just going to be transparent. Kinder's didn't pay us to be here. This is truly just, we're friends. We wanted to come hang out here at PigFest and tell some stories. Legitimately, we looked at y'all's product at Publix and Walmart, I think it is, and looked at your branding and how clean it is. So y'all have done a great job there. I think the presentation is beautiful, and it's a good product. I was just on the phone with one of our partners earlier, and they were like, we were talking about maybe doing something for Super Bowl, and they were like, hey, by the way, tell whoever you're talking to that I love their, was it buttery garlic?
Buttery garlic and herb,
And they were like, I freaking love that at home. So, and that's real, man. That's just the real deal. Y'all put out good flavors. So we appreciate that. But to the success, I wanted to go back, because y'all were telling a quick story back in the Masterbuilt days, at how Masterbuilt, sometimes we had a good product, and we tried to solve people's problems. That was kind of the Masterbuilt. We wanted to innovate in spaces,
right?
So we felt like we had good product, but sometimes it's also timing. Call it a little bit of luck, but I think you said this really well the other night at the VIP party. You said it was preparation.
Luck is preparation meeting opportunity.
That is so true. Say that again.
Luck is preparation meeting opportunity. You're going to get that opportunity. You got to be ready to walk through that door when it opens. And that's kind of been the history of Kinders at every juncture, man. It's just right place, right time, right attitude to then go execute and be able to do it.
But y'all were big enough to do it, nimble enough to react to the opportunity. And I think that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's key to y'all's success here recently in the last couple of years.
Exactly. And you know, as big as we've been getting, we try to keep that same mentality, right?
Yeah, we're never to be nimble.
Yeah, we don't want to be a big CPG company. We think of ourselves as still scrappy. You know, we like the underdog role.
What's cool to see as guys who cook, you know, and then we've been fortunate to be on TV a lot and do all the fun looking things. But what was cool is the behind the scenes. Is watching you guys work right here. Y'all were doing, and if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about y'all were doing like a taste test because you kept calling out this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so we were actually cutting a few different boudin sausages and Kaneka sausages because I love both, and you know, just kind of honing in on what some of these favorites are. Out on the West Coast, I don't get to see them as often. So if I want to put a big order in, man, I want to make sure I'm ordering the right stuff. You know, and so we were getting some of that going alongside that seafood boil and everything. And
what I love about what y'all did to me is right before the podcast, I ate 10 slices of boudin sausage, an entire Low Country seafood boil. So I'm over here like lethargic, like, okay, we gotta go on air and do a podcast. So we gotta, let's go.
Ramp it back up.
That's when you know you're doing it right, baby.
Bro,
when you're full for a podcast.
And that Low Country seafood boil was banging.
Yeah, man, it's a fun one to do.
You're talking to a Low Country seafood bowl machine.
Bro.
Because back in the day, you and Uncle Don with the butterball fryer, man, we would rock some crab legs, some seafood bowls, some goulash. I growing up, my friends still pick on me about this. Growing up, I used to say in middle school that my uncle and my dad invented the Low Country seafood bowl. And it
invented in Hamilton, Georgia.
It didn't hit me until probably high school that I was like, I'm an idiot. And Low Country Seafood Bowl's been around a long time. My uncle and my dad ain't that old.
No, we're not.
But still maybe pioneers within the cuisine, right?
We're probably pioneers in the things that we probably shouldn't have pioneered in, but we're good.
So I got a question for you. We're going to jump into some roadtails here. What brings Kinders to Pigfest? Because y'all were here last year, right? How many years y'all been here?
This is year 4 for us now.
Year 4.
Yeah.
What brings y'all? Like, why does Kinders go from West Coast to East Coast to do this?
So we partnered with Publix.
Okay.
So they had us come out, and first year, if we show up, we try to show out, right? And that first year went so well. Next year they say, hey, we want to give you a bigger space.
Yeah.
Last year we brought here Club Kinders, you know, where we're sitting now.
Which we invaded.
Hey, man, it's good to have you guys, man.
Thank you.
Our casa is su casa. So it's just been a lot of fun. It's been a very good partnership with Publix. You know, so it's just been a good synergy for us.
Dude, I can remember in the day flying down to Lakeland, Florida, selling to Publix. Back in the mash boat days. So that's an amazing company,
right?
For sure.
Yeah, very family oriented. Good love of country. Which is just reminiscent of this being our Grilling Across America for America 250 tour, getting to hang out with I'm just going to call a spade. People who barbecue love America. I mean, it's
right.
and it's you meet like-minded people, and it's about the community. So, I got a cool question for you, Dave. What's the coolest place in person that you have cooked for?
Tight end U was definitely up there. You know, just for the who's who of all the tight ends, all the NFL personalities. I might have to put that one at the top of my list.
Yeah. Because you're a football guy.
Big football guy.
Yeah. And was it surreal meeting some of these guys that you watch play football?
It's funny. We do these events. You know, we just sponsored the Texas Bowl down in Houston.
I saw you on camera on ESPN, right?
Yeah.
I should have texted you.
You should have, man. I always got the phone on me. You know, these moments they're so fun.
Yeah.
But they happen so fast, right?
Yeah.
It's almost after the fact when I start going through all the footage that our team's capturing and seeing what went down, that I kind of step back like, wow, we really just did that. You know, we really just served every tight end of the NFL, you know, and had those kind of reactions. I mean, we got a great video of some of the guys golfing, and half of them are just laying down at one point because they're just eating beef ribs and pulled pork sliders and you know, so it's almost after the fact. But that tight end U event was a lot of fun, man. Just, again, like-minded individuals. All these guys really great.
Shout out to the Kinders media team for helping us get that media. Because I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Because I heard the reactions. Didn't you say some of them we probably can't show because they're
there's
so
a few bleak
real.
moments in
they're
there,
so
yeah.
real at how good the food was.
Oh yeah,
So.
I got a good shot to the chest from one of the guys. Man, this is so good. Bam! I'm like, man, should I throw back right now? You know?
All right. What would you say Dave's barbecue specialty is?
Oh, look, we got a couple
Booyah.
little seafood bowl there, little leftovers.
Yep.
If I had a specialty,
Can I get a napkin?
man, ribs, man. I like doing the beef ribs. I like doing the pork ribs. Pork ribs is kind of what I've always hung my hat on. But
Yeah, the
that's
rib
good.
that we had last year.
Yeah,
You. What's your name, good sir?
that's Chaz there. He's out of
Chaz?
the Arkansas team right there.
I got time to eat while y'all talk.
Woo Pig Suey.
Woo pig.
Pig Suey.
All right.
Dad's gonna eat some low country seafood bowl, but you're saying ribs, beef ribs,
I like-
ribs or pork?
Beef ribs kind of become the signature item for Kinders when we're doing a big event.
Okay.
So when we were doing the golf tournament for Tight End U, you know, we had a beef rib for every player if they wanted it.
You like the honor, Dave, or you want me to cut them for you?
Go ahead and slice them up there.
Look at-
So that's kind of the showstopper, finger licking. I like how hard that audio is in the ear.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when we do the Texas Bowl.
Yeah.
That's our trophy for the MVP. He gets
Yeah.
a Stetson and a beef rib presented right there on stage.
That's
you know,
cool.
So probably the best moment of his life.
I
Confetti
should've-
flying and a beef rib.
I should have brought my Stetson and worn it.
You know, we'd have looked all right together.
Should have done it, man. So I think I'm like 99% sure Lawrence Jones, good friend of ours from Fox. I think he's a Stetson guy. He's a Texas guy.
Okay.
So I think that's what he wears. But one of the coolest reactions that I think we've seen on Fox, and we give credit to the Pitmaster. I actually don't know who it was because we were watching it. It wasn't for us, it wasn't our food. But we actually, a good friend of ours, Pete, at the time when he was on Fox, before he was the Secretary of War, he literally said nothing.
Not
Yeah.
a word.
It was a beef rib. And it was a guy from Texas, and Pete was always game. He picks it up. He's gnawing on it. They asked him a couple questions. He just shrugs and just kept diving in. Never looked at the camera, not once. And I was like, "Good for you, man," because that was so real and so authentic.
it was-
But beef ribs are
Man,
done
that-
right.
Yeah.
They're always a showstopper, and I love what you were saying about the silence. Because for me, in my early days working for the Kinder's restaurant, we did a lot of catering.
Yeah.
If we would do weddings, my favorite thing was, you know, the food would get served. The only thing better than applause when you're serving food is silence.
Yep.
Because it means everyone's just too busy digging into that
Silence
food. You
is
know?
powerful.
Yeah, man. So
Yep.
that was always kind of, you hear that room go from loud to quiet. You're like, all right, we did it right.
Yeah. If everybody's
That's awesome.
quiet and eating, you know you've done a good job.
You know, speaking of weddings, we don't cater. We do the experiential style
Yeah.
cooking, but we have catered like 3 times. 2 weddings of all things.
Right.
Yeah.
And we catered for a Paula Deen event. And we had the bride at both weddings throwing 4-pound long bone-in tomahawk steaks
Yeah.
in her dress onto a grill.
We'll throw some of that B-roll up
You
here.
guys might have had that one on Instagram, right? I think I
Yeah,
might
we
have
put that on
I caught
Instagram.
that one, yeah.
Really good friend of ours, Nate,
We got some
was
ribbies.
getting married. Shout out to you, Nate the Great.
All right.
We got
Hunter,
some
here
ro-
we go. Thank
Just
you.
put it right on top, baby.
Yeah, there we go.
Dad's gonna keep eating.
Yeah, so that's the black cherry or chipotle right there.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try this.
yeah, you can't eat and talk.
You gotta host for a second while I eat.
Me? All right, so while John's eating,
I was saying Dave.
oh,
but I
Dave's
don't
gonna
care.
host. Okay, Dave.
Yeah,
you
we'll just throw down some of our lines right here. We got the black cherry chipotle seasoning, a seasoning that defies all reasoning. We are the current rub sensation sweeping the nation. Kinder sauces and seasonings.
How many times have you said that in the mirror?
I just wrote that right now in my head,
No, you
freestyling. No.
Dude, I heard
Gosh, I almost dropped that.
I heard that you're a rapper.
Are you a rapper?
Done a little bit of rapping in the past, you know.
Go.
Mixtape dropping soon. We're gonna cross all genres though, not sticking to just rap.
Wait, hold
So
on. Are you been Cheers?
We'll see, man. We used to do a lot of Kinder's parody songs. When I'm on the road driving long hours and stuff, I'd hear a song. Oh, you know, that'd be funny as a remix. And we actually started making a couple videos just for fun, little in-house things. So
Can
I'll
you
see if
give
I
us a
get you-
taste?
I might get you guys a little something here.
No, I mean like right now. Could you got any rapping?
All right, now let's see. So we did, you know, G-Eazy. He came out of
Yeah.
Oakland. His lyrics were not so polite, but, you know, we did Sauce With Me, This Stuff Is Yummy.
Okay.
So we had first verse was Kinder sauce. Yeah, we never waver. Anything else at the cookout and it's see you later. Always coming with that clean, but still bring the flavor. Yeah, man, we know dark side, no sweet baby Vader. Never panic. It's organic. It's the best sauce on the planet. Gotta hand it how we planned it. Don't just want it. You demand it. Set the saucina on fire. If you say you don't like it, you a liar. Then it even tastes good in jambalaya. If you give me Kinders, I would eat a tire. Keep it saucy. Yes, that's a little something for you. Yeah. Didn't know we'd be doing the musical segment today. You know? Catch me off guard here.
That was so dope, man. What's up? Freaking awesome. God.
Oh, man.
So
We had fun with it, man.
I'm so glad we're doing a podcast.
Man, it's food, it's fun, it's flavor. Man, if we're not having fun, we're in the wrong business.
That is so true, man.
That is so fun right there.
I don't even know where to go from there.
I've never bebopped in my life.
I was gonna say you guys were kicking a nice beat right there, man. I heard the hi-hat going. I had the snare in my headphones.
You were asking more snare, more cowbell, more cowbell, more cowbell. All right, what is your death row meal?
So this is going to be a hot take at a barbecue festival and a man who cooks meat for a living. Sushi.
Sushi.
That is probably my favorite food.
What, give me the sushi breakdown.
So I like nigiri. If you go to like a real good Japanese restaurant, like out in Texas, they got Uchi in Austin and Houston, a few spots. That fish is flown in from Japan and everything. And for me, it's food that's so simple and elemental, right? There's rice, there's fish, a little soy sauce, and maybe some wasabi. Man, that's been going on for 1,000 years, right? I don't know how long. They've really got it down perfect. And for me, it's a perfect bite. You know, it's kind of Uchi's theory, which is kind of how we approach barbecue. Just what's that one perfect bite, all the flavors in harmony. And man, for me, it's, I do so much of this. Yeah. It's nice to have something a little refreshing, a little.
Well, you were saying
that's why you do a low country boil day too.
Yeah.
I was going to say, y'all got it going on because y'all do barbecue today.
Yep.
You do low country seafood boil tomorrow, and that changes. It's a good change of palate.
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
Like for people.
And some a little bit lighter. That brisket starts sticking to those ribs, or those beef ribs. Man, they get a little heavy. So a little change of pace, a little lighter on the palate, like you said. So
I
love it.
Last couple questions here. What's something that no one knows about Dave and Kinders?
Man, well, you got a little taste with the music scene there.
Okay.
That's
a good one.
That's
right
a new
now.
one. A lot of people who are new to the Kinders game outside of California and the Bay Area don't know that we started as a butcher shop. Grandpa John Kinder, Navy veteran, he had the biggest freezers in the San Francisco Bay Area for years. So people would bring their game. You bring your beer, bring your deer by, whatever.
Bring that mic right here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And right there they go. So yeah, you'd bring your game that you killed. He'd clean it, dress it, hold it, and keep it in the freezers for all these folks. Then they started doing the sandwiches. So I grew up eating the sandwiches out there in Concord, California, as a young kid. Sauce was always great, and we had a really great marinade that all just kind of worked again like in harmony, like I was saying with the sushi. Salty marinade, sweet sauce on some well-cooked meat, man, it was perfect.
So, speaking of cooking, then, what's you've been doing this 12 years now?
Yes, sir.
What's your biggest, funniest, craziest, I don't care, mishap?
So I've been lucky to not have a ton of mishaps, but I did have one. We were doing an Oakland A's and San Francisco Giants tailgate.
Okay.
So we had 400 or 500 people there, and I was brand new at this time for corporate. And a gentleman who I took over for, Mr. Zach Starr, we were doing pork loin, and we were doing at the time pulled chicken that we were selling in Costco. And so I knew that pork loin is the main thing on the menu. He said he had some chicken to, augment that. I'm putting it all on the racks. This day, I still don't know how it happened because I've done pork loin since on these same smokers. But man, I go to check the temps at one point, and all of the pork loin had somehow toppled off of the racks. And I freeze, man. I mean, my heart stops. That's the one time I was like, it wasn't Taylor Swift that took my breath away. It was just dropping all the pork down in the barbecue grease, man. And I just like, I've ruined the event, And he says, hey, I got a cooler full of this chicken. Start helping me open it. And man, by the time we got done heating all that stuff up, we got everybody fed pulled chicken. And it was really such a good learning lesson for me. Like, if you think you need 7, bring 10. You know,
yes.
just better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You know what I mean?
That's so true.
And
man.
so it was a personal tragedy that ended well.
Yeah.
You know, thankfully. And a very big lesson for me that we just always come armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
So, Dad, real quick, what's one of your barbecue mishaps?
So I'm having a cookout at the house for a big Sunday school party, and I had 2 gas grills going out there, and I had it loaded down with about 50, 25 on each grill, big, thick ribeye steaks, and I had a little bit of room on top to put some sausage.
Okay.
So I put the sausage on top. I go inside for just not long at all, and somebody said, "Hey, your grills are on fire," because the sausage had busted. All that grease dripped down. I kid you not, both grills are blazing. Get them opened up, get the fire, contained enough, pull all the steaks off. All the steaks are black.
Ribeye flambe.
Black.
Oh.
We served them, and everybody at the party was like, "That's the best freaking steak I've ever put in my mouth."
Hey, we love a happy accident, man. Happy accidents are good. Yeah.
That is only something that my father or mother could do, is a mishap turn into the perfect steak or something. Like my mom, I kid you not, don't ever invite her to a silent auction. Ever. Because she will bid on everything and win everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually had a silent auction party at Masterbuilt one day, and we had 10 prizes. And my wife, owner of Masterbuilt, wins 7 of the prizes. And I was like, so in fairness, y'all, there was like 500 tickets sold, and she bought 400 of the tickets. And then she was gracious and gave the 7
There you go.
away
That's great.
to the employees at the party.
So we're gonna jump into a high five for good moment. We wanted to highlight the Lakeland Pig Fest. One of the things that they told us the other day was that they were proud to support a variety of charitable interests throughout the Lakeland community, and to date, they've given over $3.5 million back to the community over the 29-year history, which is pretty cool. They started in 1997. The 26 local charities or local partners for 2026 is Alliance for the Independents, Bonnet Springs Park, Campfire Sunshine, Florida Children's Museum, Girls Incorporated, and Learning Resource Center. We saw a few of them actually out here, their trailers. And then we wanted to highlight our hero of the week. And I might put you on the spot a little bit here.
Okay.
Who's a hero to you? This could be first responders, this could be veterans, military active duty, teachers, service.
Man, big shout out to all of the above. It's my dad.
Okay.
You know,
Dude,
he
that's
set
amazing.
he set the tone at home, man.
Okay.
So
Was he did he serve?
No, he didn't serve, but just very, very good man.
Yeah.
Taught me, so much about what it is to always be doing the right thing, And
That's awesome.
Something's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Things
Yeah.
like that, all those nuggets.
What's his name?
Jerry Johnston.
Jerry Johnston. So I
Dad.
think we could hang our hat right there for just a moment, because how critical is it for us to have that man,
Exactly.
that dad figure in our life? Because we honored my dad
Yep.
as one of our heroes. Literally, we've heard it so many different times. So really just a shout out to all the dads out there. John Boyd's a new dad.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations,
9 months, man.
So that's
Yeah.
awesome that you want to honor your dad.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Shout out mom too. I love you too, mom. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You and your dad's still pretty close.
Very close.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And they still live, y'all still live kind of close?
Yep. So they're over in Concord, California. I'm 2 exits away over in Walnut Creek, right across the street from our corporate office.
See,
So-
it is normal to live close to your parents.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah. So I lived all up and down California. I made it back home and enjoying it just fine. So.
That's
That's
pretty cool.
awesome.
Well, we've got a couple of final questions that we're going to hop to here in a second. But as part of our wrap up, we always try to highlight a verse of the week, and Dad's going to bring it home for us.
Yep.
Dad, if you'll hit us with our verse of the week, man.
All right, so I'm pretty excited about this one. It's Hebrews 12, 11 through 13. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. However, it produces a harvest and righteousness of peace for those who have been trained by it. Therefore, strengthen your feeble arms and weak knees. Make level paths for your feet, so that it's not lame and not disabled, but it heals you. So what I love about this, and Dave, you talked about it. We talked a little bit about it last night, that here at this competition, there's not one single competitor that has not lost multiple times on their path to winning. we learn more from our failures. It is painful, and we learn more from the times that we have to go through being disciplined. But what it does is it sharpens us. It makes us true competitors. So our suggestion is out there, think about it. Every time something like that happens from it, you actually learn from it, and let's let our failures allow us to be champions.
Dude, that was fire.
That was really well done, man. That's whew. Boom.
That was a fail.
That was a iPad drop.
You'll learn from it though. You'll learn from it though.
Fail. I want you to follow that up. What's something inspirational? Hit me with some mojo, man.
Man, I think just a little simple thing that we were talking about earlier. Rising tides raise all ships, right?
Golly, that's so good.
Be on the lookout for your neighbor, everyone, and you take care of people, you'll always be taken care of. So.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Well said.
Man, final words or thoughts for the podcast. What's cooking? We're celebrating America 250. I know Kinder's definitely loves America. You love flavor.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, man.
Man, always stay cooking with Kinder's. God bless America.
That was good. Well, we cannot thank you enough for letting us take over your space. You guys are putting out killer stuff, man. Your rubs, your sauces, y'all's new frozen
coming down the line.
Down the line, man.
Chicken, fries, veggies, all of the above. So.
Golly.
So because these ribs are so good, I know you got to take us out. Is he taking us out?
He's going to take us out.
When he takes us out and gets through saying that, I want us to toast one of these ribs.
Okay, let's do it. So we're going to take it out here, guys. This has been another episode of What's Cooking with the McLemore Boys. We're here live at Pig Fest 2026. This wraps up. Well, I take that back. It doesn't wrap up because we've got part 2 coming up. We've got some really cool Pitmasters coming up. A really cool musician that we're having coming on from Conecuh Sausage.
Yeah.
We've been cooking Conecuh for a long time. We're going to get a little bit of a deep dive into a story about Conecuh. We're going to get some Q&A and some fun stories from Pitmasters coming up here too. But guys, thank you. Dave, you're awesome, dude.
I appreciate
Kinder's
you boys
is
so
amazing.
much, man.
Thank you so much. I want you to take us out.
There we go.
Look deep into that camera right there and say, from our tables to yours, God bless.
From our tables to yours, God bless.
Woo! Let's do
Thank
it.
you guys. We'll see you later.